Welcome to Mrs. Brainery. In this video, phrase or sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Example: Camille is a teacher. The group of words talks about Camille and that Camille is a teacher. Another example: she is beautiful. The sentence talks about a girl called she and that she is beautiful. The boys love to play basketball. Again, the group of words talks about a person, the boys, talks about persons, the boys, and that the boys love to play basketball. That is what we meant when we say a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. It talks about a person, a place, thing, or event and tells something about that person, place, thing, or event. And so we say the thought or idea is complete. A sentence is incomplete if there is no idea or thought at all. Now, what is a phrase? An incomplete sentence is called a phrase. A phrase is a group of words which does not express a complete thought. It does not begin in capital letter and doesn't end with a punctuation mark. Example: my teacher works very hard. On the first example, my teacher, the group of words doesn't tell what the teacher does. It doesn't tell something about the teacher. On the other hand, on the second example, works very hard, it doesn't tell who or what works very hard. And so we say it is incomplete. It does not express a complete thought or idea. And so we call it a phrase. Let's try this. Identify whether the following group of words is a phrase or a sentence. Number 1, my mother went to the market. Number 2, loves to eat fruits. Number 3, my favorite food. Number 4, eating vegetables makes us healthy. And number 5, Ellen drinks plenty of water. Now let's see if you got it right. Alright, so number 1 is a sentence. Number 2 and number 3 are phrases because they do not express complete thought. Number 2, lacks or doesn't tell who loves to eat fruits. And number 3, my favorite food, it doesn't tell something about the food. While number 4 and number 5 are sentences. They express complete thought or idea. Congratulations if you got it right. But if not, don't worry because we're not done yet. Another way of recognizing whether the group of words is a phrase or a sentence is by looking at its parts. There are two parts of a sentence. We have the subject and the predicate. A subject is a person, place, or thing being talked about in the sentence. It could also be an event. The predicate tells something about the subject. It may tell an action or describe the subject. There are two kinds of subjects and predicates. We have the simple and complete. When we say simple, it refers to the name of the person, place, or thing being talked about in the sentence. But when we say complete, we refer to the entire group of words that introduces the person, the place, thing, or event. The same with the predicate. We say simple predicate if the word introduces the action, presents the action of the subject. And we say it is a complete predicate if it introduces the entire group of words that describes or tells the action of the subject. Now let us study these examples. Number 1, Erica studies very hard. So in this example, we have the simple subject Erica. At the same time, it is the complete subject. But for the predicate, for the simple predicate, we have the word studies that describes the action of Erica. For the complete predicate, we have studies very hard. Another example, the diligent student gets good grades. Here we have the simple subject student. It is the person being talked about in the sentence. But the complete subject is the diligent student. For the simple predicate, we have the word gets. Again, it describes the action of the student. But for the complete predicate, we have gets good grades. So, when we look at a group of words, we try to see if there is a subject and a predicate. If one of the two parts is missing, then we can say that it is not a sentence, but rather a phrase. Let's try this. Identify whether the underlined word or group of words is a subject or predicate. Number 1, we have my family. Number 2, love. Number 3, food. Number 4, eating vegetables. And number 5, drinks milk daily. Now let's see if you got it all correct. For number 1, my family, it is a subject. It talks about the person. Number 2, love, predicate. It tells about the action, that is a simple predicate. Number 3, food. Food is a simple subject. Number 4, eating vegetables is a complete subject. And number 5, drinks milk daily. It is a complete predicate. It describes the action of the person, Belle. I hope you learned something from this video. And if you do, please share, like, and subscribe. Just remember, a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. A group of words which does not express a complete thought is called a phrase. A sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. If only one part is present, it is not a sentence, it is a phrase. A sentence begins with a big or capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark, while a phrase begins with a small letter and doesn't end with a punctuation mark. Now let's check if you've learned something. Identify whether the following group of words is a phrase or a sentence. And here are the answers. And we've completed another lesson. This has been Miss G's Brainery. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and see you all again in the next upload. Bye!